Hey everyone, Eggman here with another video, and today we have the new banned and restriction list for the Digimon card game. It gets announced today as of 10/17, but won't take effect until 11/17, so November for us, and that doesn't really even count until December for us because that's when we get our first kind of events for the new restriction list, and it's going to be Ultimate Cups in December, and then we have our finals, our nationals in January. So it's not going to really affect us for a long time still, but it's still going to kind of be present for people to kind of be aware of too. So we're going to go over that and kind of jump into the cards that got hit, my thoughts, and then kind of why some of these got hit too. So these are going to be effective again November 17th. And the first one is the Goblimon from Star Deck 6. It has an inheritable of when attacking, get to draw one and trash one. And so kind of what they said is that Digimon effects that can attack in succession are able to send targeted cards to the trash faster than expected. And then just honestly, you're going to kind of see, and it's a bit of a spoiler, most of these are kind of preemptive hits for stuff that's doing really well in Japan right now, and less so of cards that are doing really well for us right now too. But it's kind of like the issue with this card is that there's a lot of cards and decks that really benefit from being put in the trash. This really accelerates it, and also just kind of the new Gabumon X line that we get kind of affects that too. So, but yeah, so being able to be a level 3 to X at 0 cost, which means you get this effect for free, and kind of go from there. And then kind of like same thing for this BT2 Gabumon. It's going to be restricted to 1 as well. So it has the on deletion of draw 2, trash 1, and you already see like a lot of purple Gabumon dislike there. So it's very versatile. The hand exchange effects due to the number of you can send to the trash. So kind of the same thing with the with it being an early source. The fact that it's very easy for you to get that quick start with purple and get the cycle you need, get the early trash fill you need, and then be very consistent. And I think honestly the biggest issue with both these cards is that they're named Gabumon and that they get a lot of free synergy and value for being named that. I think if both these cards are maybe named something else, they maybe not have been hit, or they won't be as effective in decks that we'll probably look at for a little bit at the end of this video, but that's kind of what that looks like. So that's also going to be restricted to 1. And then next up we have the Geo Greymon. So this is going to be restricted to 1 also. And I know a lot of people don't like how Shine's been running very strong lately. And if I was to choose a card, I probably would have chosen this Geo Greymon. I know some people want the Marcuses, but I think that what that would do is that would kind of make the deck like completely unplayable, or really, luck centers. So Geo Greymon at 1 instead. So when using Shine Greymon decks, Marcus becomes a central play, and this card was intended to be similar to the other Geo Greymon that plays Tamer. However, because it plays Tamer some areas other than hand, the speed and reliability of playing Marcus was greater than predicted, and the precision of one-shot decks with Shine. So it's just a very strong card. The fact that it's a yellow vaccine card too, the fact that it doesn't really like restrict it to Marcus Damon team, you just get to play a red or yellow Tamer is really great. So there's some decks that kind of abuse the fact that this is so open-ended too. So that's kind of the idea for. I pretty much agree with this one. I think it's the kind of strongest card in the deck, like inherently, for at least like the most power crept, I guess, for the deck. So you don't really lose out on other Geo Greymons that you can be playing too. I think it is something that is a good hit to Shine if you guys don't like it, and will maybe make it like more in line for the power of other stuff too. So that is the limit there. And next we have Mach Galgamon. And so when using with Mirage Galgamon paired with as like EX4 Galgamon are it just gets to level 6 a little bit faster than expected. So I honestly don't know this one as much. Honestly, this one kind of took me a little bit by surprise because I don't think this one really uses I don't think this is a card that was a problem in Japan either. So if you guys know that this one, I honestly don't know why this one got hit that well, because they say that like the unsuspending attack with it is fine. Like I don't know, like if this was released like a couple years ago, like maybe it'd be a problem for like the unsuspend, but I don't think that's necessarily like as scary as like others. So like I know we got quote unquote like Jesmon got limited to 1 because of that, but spoilers, that might be not the case anymore. So they say that there's the fact that you can go to level 6 faster, and then using Mirage with this is kind of not fair. So I get it, but I don't think I don't really see this that big of an issue. And then also we have scatter mode at 1. So this was, I mean, the best friend of scatter mode was literally this Gabumon. So the deletion for this is like what, draw 5, discard 3. So that's pretty good value in cycle. We get 3 cards into the trash. We get to look at the top 5. And if we have Demi Marimon as well, it's draw 6, discard 4. So that's very good value, filling the trash with those cards. And then you get the 3 additional cards in your trash from the scatter, the Gabu, and the Demi. So that's 7 cards in your trash already. But yeah, this card's always kind of been like an issue with purple. Obviously, the Eismon that goes with it is also restricted to 1. So I think that's kind of interesting. But yeah, restricted to 1 per deck too. So, all right, and then they got some bans lifted. So Saver Jessamon you can play 4 copies of now, which is exciting. So we'll see if that makes a difference. This honestly, I don't feel like Jessamon ever really took off here in North America, and I think it's because we got the preemptive ban of Savior Huckmon. So that's going to be interesting to see that as well. And I'm curious to see how it does, if Jessamon actually does see some play here. And then also we have Tommy at 4 copies, which is a little bit wild for me. This was like the card in a lot of decks for a long time. I do still think this card's pretty busted, but we'll see if it can come back at 4 copies. So hybrid is less common though. Like I don't think hybrid is as popular. Like red hybrid's doing some business right now, so maybe blue hybrid will do the same, but being able to remove sources is really good. The inheritable from this is very good too if you digivolve on top of it. So yeah, they said that can come back and pretty much unrestricted. So we'll see. I still remember some of my pie charts where literally it's half of his face. So I think that's going to be interesting to see it come back as well. So, and then real quick, so some quick Japanese decks that kind of use some of these cards. So in general, most of these hits are not for us right now. I think the only one that really counts is Geo Greymon a little bit, and then I guess technically Mach Galgamon, though I don't know. You guys can call me out in chat. I don't really know why that one got hit as much. But going into like like some Japanese decks too. So this is with DigimonMeta.com, but you'll see like these engines that just kind of use these Gabumons for just getting cards into the trash as fast as possible. Like for example, the Eismon, Scattermon, Gabumon, and kind of works with the effect of this Apoclymon. So you just try to get as many of your Dark Masters from your battle area trash underneath this. So if we have 3 of them, we reduce by 4, so you get to play this card for 3. It has all the inheritables for the cards that you played. So it has Blocker, Reboot, Retaliation, R, Piercing, and then also end of turn by placing 1/6. You get to activate an on-play effect for one of these. So honestly, just being able to, and it's just any card. So you can get like Craniumon on play and gets not affected by stuff, and just everything else. So I think that's something that's affects how the game works. This is also but I think that was kind of one of the issues in Japan, where that if you're able to get cards into your trash really quickly and reliably, and then play and also help find the Apoclymon, I think that's very strong. We also just have like the Gabumon X builds, so with the release of what is it, BT15 or EX5, so being able to use these, so you can see the like it's supposed to be purple and blue, which is really nice. You get to digivolve on top. So this one's more just like the regular blue line, but I do definitely see decks with like the purple stuff too. So and take advantage of some of those cards. But that's also like a deck that's been strong. But I think it's mostly just like this deck. I think this deck has been very strong for what it is. Being able to get those cards into your trash really easily. I've seen some builds use like the X on top of it to get the additional draw too. So that's really it. So I don't really have much more for this. That's kind of just showing what Japan looks like for some of their decks that are doing really well. I'm not really invested in that format right now because obviously I just kind of focus on the English format, but there it is. So those are restrictions. Let me know what you guys think about them as well. In general, it is like these Gabumons are kind of like a staple of like a lot of the format, or at least like purple. So it's really weird to see purple hit so much when it's not doing. I'd say like more times than not, purple's kind of like the undertune color in this game outside of like Beelzemon. And I think there's a lot of decks that kind of have to try something new because scatter mode and these Gabumons have been such a staple for the deck for a long time. So anyways, that's going to be it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you all next time.